3 weeks in a row, we're live.
No. Can
3
you
weeks in a
believe it?
row. How about that? How about that? Thanks for tuning in tonight. Gosh, Mother Nature. What are we going to do with Mother Nature? We've got Miller's Tavern had their big uh, Southern Showdown this past Friday and Saturday. I'm going to take care of that. Kendra is going to take a look at the Bloomsburg event. I guess that was a Friday and Saturday as well.
Yes. Yep.
And we got this little tiny pool coming up this Friday and Saturday in Selinsgrove, Pennsylvania, that we all look forward to. And that's the championship weekend for Snyder County tractor pullers. And we're going to take a look at that. Yes, there's rain in the forecast. Hopefully, Joey gets a chance to come in and address that tonight. He said he would try. I know him and the crew are busy up there getting stuff ready. They spend the entire week and then some getting ready, so it's insane. But good evening, Mike Walker. How are you? And we do want to. I'm not trying to rush along here too much. Of course, my phone's dinging already. My wife sent me a message. Yes, I said it. It's all over Facebook. We tied the knot yesterday at 3:00. So
I was going to ask how your left hand was feeling. If it was a little heavier, like
very heavy, very heavy. I try to write, and it's just a straight line that falls off. it's used to it. I had one there before, but anyway. I'm sorry. I gotta have a look and see what she sent. We do want to say that there was a picture from yesterday of all of us. Even had my dad there.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Got him in the car and took him down, got him out of the house, had a nice meal and everything. So yeah, aside from one doctor's appointment, that's the only time he's been out of the house other than being out on the deck in the sun. But yeah, that was entertaining.
Good.
But he had a good time. Mom had a good time. Everybody had a good time. And we're happily married so far. So no fights, no knockdown, drag out fights. So we're good. But we've been together 8 years, so it's. But anyway, Fred Jones, the Talk to Me truck out of Virginia, I believe around the Berryville area. I didn't know him personally, but had talked with him, teching his truck at Berryville back in September at the event there, September 16th. Unfortunately, he did win the points. Fortunately, he did win the. I'm not sure which class it was. If it was the National 4x4, the National Sportsman 4x4, but my apologies for that. But he did win the championship, and later that night during the morning hours, sometime did have a supposed heart attack, I guess, or was having pains or something. They rushed him in, and he was on a ventilator for a while. And I think a day or two later, he did pass. So we do send our condolences out to Fred's family, Fred and team. It's a shame. This was, I believe, this was his first season pulling. So
Mike just said he's in the sportsman class.
The sportsman. Thanks, Mike. So yeah, it's a darn shame. We hate to hear it anybody, and but our prayers and our hearts are with the family. So doggone it. It's just a heck of a way to end the season. Champion, and
Yep.
Lord had other ideas, had better ideas for him, I guess. You can look at it that way. So he'll be holding that trophy high in the sky. I'm sure everybody will be thinking of him. So
if you're gonna go out on top, at least he went out on top.
Yes, he did go out on top. So it's just sucks.
Yep.
So anyway, Friday night was the first night. Mostly points classes were contested, championships decided. I don't know who the champions are other than Fred Jones. I did not have time to go and look to see who the champions are. I'm sure somebody will correct me here somewhere. I probably should have got Temple to try to come on again, but he didn't have much luck last weekend. He had no help, so that's okay. 6,200 small block 4x4. Taking the win was Pee Wee Teller with the side stepper. I like that. 344.15. Second was Casey Avery with the stressed out at 236.67. Third, Toby Sprouse and his truck called Pain in the Ass. Took it right to the point. 334.71. Fourth was Dylan Wood, certified stepper at 328.49. Fifth was Michael Goodwin. It is what it is at 319.63. And sixth was Ricky Thompson. Wow. My money, her bitching. 303. Wow, man. Anyway, 8,000 Hot Streak Diesel.
I just pulled up Temple's points here, and you just did the 6,200 small block class.
Yeah.
Their points champion was Danger Zone, which was not at that pool.
Wow.
Driven by Adam Stallings and Keith Brickhouse.
Gotcha. Okay, congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're moving to 8,000 Hot Street Diesel, and taking the win was Eddie Poor. No surprise there with the sleeper Ram, 332.52. Second, Dakota Thompson with Old School Cool, 331.97. Third was Nathan Parker with his 94 at 315.85. Fourth, Greg Poor with the 94 Dodge at 302.19. Those Poors built some good running trucks. Fifth was Chris Thompson with a 98 Dodge at 294.78. Sixth, Warren Marshall with a 99 F250 Ford at 276.55. Seventh was Jamie Donati with the Come In Hookup, 221.03. And David Hall was eighth at 47.85, obviously with some mechanical issues. Did they crown a champion there? Oh.
Yep. Eddie Poor was the points champion. Looks like he had a stellar year. Only lost one hook.
Wow. Awesome job. Good job, Eddie. I've been watching even years back. I'm going to dig into some old Miller Tavern footage and get that posted on my YouTube page. Yeah, by the way, we do have a YouTube page with videos posted every day. And I'm doing my darndest to conquer this algorithm with YouTube, and it is driving me nuts. Driving me nuts. So I'm trying some different things, but I am definitely going to be digging back for some older stuff because, number one, I've had requests for it. Whether we make a ton of hits or not, people want to see it, I'm going to post it. So it's not always about this. So be looking for that. I got some stuff from the very first pool there. I don't even remember what year it was. It's back in the early 2000s. So, yep, that was an interesting night to say the least. And boy, is he ever built I won't call it an empire, but he's built one heck of a business there. He's got a nice place. Next up, the 6,400 Pro Stock 4x4 trucks. 3 were on hand. Taking a win, Brad Broy with cash only at 301.16. Second was William Bennett with buckshot reloaders. I always call them. I always yell buckshot at Chris Whited all the time. He was second, 295.67. Third, Tara Jewell with Tenacious at 270.10.
And she was your points champion.
And she was the points champion.
Yep.
If you remember, Tara Jewell got the win at the East Coast Hook in Berryville a couple of years ago. So, economy modified. Interesting class. Pretty cool class. And no stranger to the winner's circle, Kevin English with the Gambler at 336.34 took the win. Second, a guy I call Johnny Dime, but it's John Nichols is his real name. Loose Change, 328.89. You think that Loose Change got any kind of reference to his last name of Nickel? Even though it's
probably.
But,
and he is the points champion too.
Yes, and he was. I did know that. Yep, he did win the points championship. Good job, Johnny. Third was Rocky Meadows with the Buck Eater at 314.35. Fourth was Chad Steele with the Big Mama at 313.79. Fifth was Rick Alley was driving Michael Alley's tractor. Unfinished business, 305.18. Sixth was Hugh Crittenden. The Full Throttle was disqualified at 214.88. And I didn't. Oh, sorry. Never mind. I didn't film this night. I was thinking. I don't remember putting him down as a DQ when I did the video the other day, but I did the shootout night. So never mind. But, yeah, that's a cool class. Let's see. 6,200 National Sportsmen. We got some names here. Taking a win, Matthew Fant with the Big Show, 338.41. Second was Philip Simmons with the Foolish Pleasure at 337.05. Third was Tommy Henley with the All Mixed Up, one of my favorite trucks from back in the day, 332.87. Fourth, the one and only, the old goat, Jerry Smith, 330.65. Fifth was Bob Simmons, another Foolish Habit at 329.85. Sixth, Mike Shiflett with the clear cut at 329.04. Seventh was Clayton Sires with Wasted Wages, another old Ford. It was pretty cool. 327.13. Eighth was Eric Smith with Playing Possum at 326.98. Ninth was Adam Shepard's Cash Crop at 325.67. 10th was Tracy Parker, 323.36. 11th, Leroy Cubbage with the Silver Bullet, 321.64. 12th was Tammy Hauser with the Dirty Hooker at 313.79. 13th was Hot Rod, the Steel and Thunder at 312.13. And I see Hot Rod, I'm assuming that is the stud operator driving the Steel and Thunder truck. Why else they call this? There's another Hot Rod I don't know about in Dragon Motorsports.
Steel and Thunder has Aaron Spinagle and Tom Hall listed.
Yep. Yeah. Yes.
Well, so I'm going to say it was Hot Rod doing the driving.
So I would say it was Hot Rod doing the driving. So 14th was Jason Williamson, and he was at 310.27. That rounded out that class. And the champion
was Another Foolish Habit by Bob Simmons.
Bob Simmons. Okay. Next up, the 6300 Modified Street 4x4. Another class that's been a long time stay at the Dragon Motorsports. Of course, most of the guys I see running today, some of the trucks are still here, but the drivers have definitely changed and owners have changed. Taking the win was Skylar Carver with the Showtime at 313.74, and that truck has some history. Boy, oh boy, Stanley Hawkins' old truck.
And that's also this year's points champion.
Points champion. Congratulations, Skylar. And second was James Griffith with the Sassy at 313.08. Third, Bobby Harlow with the Linville Shaker at 311.71. Fourth, Eric Gray with the 83 Chevy at 302.89. Fifth was Jamie Wright with Looking for Dirt. That truck's been around for quite a while, too. 301.33. Jason Griffith with the Saucy, I'm sorry. 294.74. Seventh was Terry Robbie with the Code Blue at 288.44. That could be Roby or Robbie. I'm not sure. It's got an E between the B and the Y. So
yeah.
And eighth was Cooper Guffrey with the original Buckshot at 233.21. Okay, 6200 National. Yeah, National 4x4.
So I guess Mike was a little off. Because the 6200 is where Fred's
Fred.
listed.
Yeah, that's correct. Taking a win, Kevin Schools with the Farmer's Daughter at 328.26. Second was John T. Davis with the Young Gun at 326.41. Third was Peyton Davis with the Punisher at 324.85. Fourth, Kevin Schools with the Just Rotten at 323.15. That truck has some history to it out in the Midwest. Clint Lottery and I forget the other guy that had it. Anyway, I used to see it out of Fort Recovery and stuff. Fifth was Mason Brizendine with the Cut Loose at 322.97. Pete McKeith is that other driver I was looking for on the Just Rotten. Mason Brizendine was fifth, Cut Loose 322.97. Sixth was Wesley Keys with Black Ice at 315.89. Seventh was Jackson Kramer with the Supernatural at 314.82. Eighth was Billy Kramer with the Contender at 306 feet even. Ninth was Fred Jones with Talk to Me at 299.48. And 10th was Bucky Davis with the Seldom Seen at 263.25. And, of course, we know Fred Jones was the champion. Congratulations. 6200 Outlaw 4x4. In case you didn't realize, this is truck country here. So, and taking the win was Aaron Sponogel with the Gray Buck at 333.88. Second was Pat Jones with Duntalkin, 328.39. Third, Thomas Alphin with the Danger Ranger at 324.46. Fourth was Jacob Perdue, patching it up at 304.63. Fifth was Ben Simmons with the Throttle Curse at 297.68. Sixth was Joe Sill with Gruff at 295.67. And finishing seventh was Taylor Perry with the Expensive Penny, 295.82. We're getting there.
And the winner with a perfect point season. Now, you didn't announce him as first place here, but I guess the first place truck wasn't running from points. But looking at the the point sheet here, he had 50s the whole way across. Was Pat Jones with Done Talking. So he had a.
That is Pat
perfect
Jones shown second, but he was first in points.
Yep.
So he did have a perfect. Congratulations, man. That's hard to do.
Yeah, perfect season.
Very hard to do. Awesome deal. 11,000 ordered farm tractors. We got tractors.
They actually had tractors there?
Yeah, man. There's a couple
What?
passes here. Taking a win, 11,000 ordered farm. Kenny Bauer at 334.34. Second was Tommy Eppert with the Snorting Horse, 328.08. I've heard that come out of some of your results before.
Yep.
Third was Joshua Knight at 321.45. Fourth, Donnie Gokenauer. I'm familiar with that tractor, 320.82. Fifth was Alan Berner with his 1066 International, 319.82. Sixth was Bill Balderson, retirement checks at 319.60. And I remember some of these names from back in the day, so to speak. Bill Balderson retirement checks, 319.60. Seventh was Ben Smelser at 316.11. Eighth was Hunter Shiflett with the family hooker, 307.48. Ninth was Wayne Balderson with the little tractor, 295.11. And 10th was Jason Patterson's Top Gun, 289.41. And the champion is
Bill Balderson with retirement checks. Looks like it came down to the end. There was only 6 points between him and Tommy Eppert.
Okay. Well, I can tell you one thing. That's not Bill's first championship area. I remember making championship photos and stuff for him before. Good job, Bill. Semi-trucks. Ronnie Williams took the win with a Peterbilt 37 dump truck. 397.20. Second was Matthew Williams with the Peterbilt at 384.06. Third was Will Puckett with Determination at 340.92. Fourth was Jamie Eason with his Peterbilt at 338.66. Fifth was Cody Owens with his Peterbilt at 337.95. Sixth was Bradley Owens with his 09 Kenworth at 318.52. Seventh was David Adams with a Kenworth at 295.52. And eighth was Kenny Spoon with a 2018 Peterbilt, 276.39. That's a wrap for Friday night.
So that was not a points class.
No. Nope. And I recognize some names in the semi class as well. So I've seen them at other events. Yeah. Wow. Big night. Unfortunately, we couldn't be there. I couldn't go anyway, but Mike had to work Friday, but he did go down Saturday. And we'll get into that after we visit with the first night of Bloomsburg Fair.
Yeah, so made the trek up to Bloomsburg on Friday night. First time I had been there with the new track and the new setup. I think it was actually only the second time I had been there during the fair. And holy people. I definitely got a little anxious walking around the crowd there at Bloomsburg.
Oh,
we
yeah.
had a good time. Always a good time when you're going up to the Hoyt's hometown. Little upset. They had these huge toilets, like Roto-Rooter was, I guess, a big sponsor there. And they had all these toilets fixated up on these John Deere Gators.
Yes.
I'm still upset. I told the Hoyt family that we needed to have an after pool race around the dirt track with the toilets, but just never happened. It's very unfortunate. Missed a good opportunity there. But yeah, so we'll just get started here. The first class was the smoker class. There was 7 tractors on hand, and a couple of them were alcohol. So we'll call it the Smokers Plus.
Smoker Series, yeah.
Yeah, taking the win at his hometown track, Chris Hoyt with Nutcase with an impressive 348.17 feet. Second place was Henry Everman's Final Decision going 308.53.
Wow.
Third place was the Eyesore 2 of William Urmson, 283.25. Fourth place was the Patriot, driven by Andy Gantz, 238.41. Fifth place went to Forced Decision, also driven by Henry Everman, going 225.60. Sixth place was son Dave Everman, driving Overruled at 215.40. And unfortunately, Corey Hoyt was in 7th place with Stress Case, had some trouble there on the line. Gave him a distance of 1.2 feet. Next class we went into was the big rigs. I forget, what do they call that class? Is it just the big rigs?
Well, he has a couple different. He has the Big Rig Series.
And then the posses were there.
And
The
the
next,
posses,
they
yeah.
were the next class. Yeah. So taking the win in the big rigs was Nate August driving the work in progress, going 338.75 feet. Second place was Bad Dog, driven by Chris Jeffries at 321.46. That was obviously a Mac with Bad Dog. Third place was also Chris Jeffries. I truly enjoy this name. General Stupidity, going to 86.32.
That is a good one. That is a good one.
Fourth place was Bob Lautinen with the Grape Ape at 275.32. Fifth place was Jeff Lautinen with Moody Blue at 266.65. And sixth place was Matt Caitlin driving the Temperamental Cat at 253.10. Then we went into the PA Posse, I believe is what they call themselves, another class of semis. I think you're going to recognize some of the names here. First place went to Jerry Martin doing the driving of Inconvenience at 324.31. Second place was Hank Oster with the Scrapper at 320.57. Third place, Joe Gambino driving the Bighorn, 318.17. Fourth place was Mark Scott driving the Mr. Moki at 300.69. And rounding out the class was Albert Brown doing the driving of Back in Black, going 296.06. Then we went into a very fun class of 13 Run What You Brung trucks. Taking the win was Jaded, driven by Rob Forel, going 287.75. Right on his heels. Huh?
Now I know why you called it the fun class. Now it dawned on me what class we're talking about. So,
actually, no, it was a very exciting class to watch. The Run What You Brung. Yeah. Second place, right on the heels of first, was Tommy Hassler driving Twisted Addiction, going 287.50.
What? Wow, yeah. Tommy.
And then we had another truck at 287.15. Calvin Miller's running in the red. And I believe he is in line to win the points championship. So as long as everything goes well. And he is also, this isn't a secret, he's also battling cancer. So he was diagnosed with cancer at the beginning of the beginning of the pulling season, and has just been having a tremendous year, both with his treatments. I think everything's kind of going as well as can be expected with his cancer journey. And obviously he's doing really well on the track too. So good for Calvin. Fourth place went to Jeremy Yeager's Pipe Dream, going 285.04. Fifth place was Norm Neuswanger driving Chapter 11 at 278.46. Sixth place was the maiden voyage of John Manz's new and improved Crazy X, going 275.82.
I saw a video of that truck. I'll tell you what, it sounds really impressive.
And I know John did a lot of the fabrication work on it. And yes.
And I told him, don't paint it. Do not paint that truck.
He needs to paint
it now. I can't tell you why.
The gray thing.
I can't tell you why.
Oh, boy.
Why I think you should leave it alone, because it wouldn't be prudent to say that in public right now. So, yes. Dent sides are cool. And that one is cool.
He needs to at least take the oily handprints off the side. I did tell him that.
It goes along with the kiss mine and you. So
yeah. No, I think John's truck looks really good. Excited to have him back pulling with us. Yep. I give him a hard time, but him and Norm are really good friends, and it's good to have him back. Seventh place went to Jaden Littman driving the Something to Prove at 275.09. Eighth place went to Jesse Warren Sharkbait at 274.62. Ninth place went to Johnny Washcob with Roland Cole going 272.23. 10th place, Kervin Zimmerman driving the Midnight Train at 266.97. 11th was Bad Attitude driven by Mike Hearn at 263.76. 12th place was Carl Ankewitz's Living on the Edge at 260.74. And rounding out the class was Bad Karma, driven by Jared Brown, going 257.90. And that rounded out Bloomsburg Fair Friday night.
Cool deal. I was just looking at that picture. I don't know if anybody see it or not.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's my dad down in front of me.
Yeah.
My mother beside him, and Cindy, obviously, beside her is her mother. And the two behind is her brother and his girlfriend. And those two purchased their marriage license there as soon as our ceremony was over with.
Oh, my goodness.
They are next, yes. That is a cool picture.
Yep, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's good to see mom and dad smile, believe me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I can get into the shootout night. Saturday night at Miller's Tavern. Mike was on hand filming, and I put a couple of videos out from there. You get on us at EEP Pulling Videos and start watching some videos, man. Doggone it, we need to get some hits going again there, and Mike did a good job there. So check them out. EEP Pulling Videos, right behind me. That's just search. Go to YouTube.com and search EEP Pulling Videos. Anyway, and like, subscribe, share. For goodness sake, support this show. You know, we don't do this stuff for money. We're having fun, and we do it for the sport of pulling, and try to put some butts in the seats. So, what the heck? 6,200 Outlaw 4x4 shootout. Taking a win was Aaron Sponogle with the Gray Buck at 336.64. Second was Thomas Alphin with the Danger Ranger at 311.12. Third was Terry Purdue with Patching It Up, 310.17. Fourth was Joe Sill with Gruff at 309.61. And fifth was Taylor Perry with the Expensive Penny at 305.08. Let's see. 7,800 light pro stock. This was not a shootout class. This was a points class. Mm-hmm. Taking the win was the head case of Steve Flint, 319.23. Second was Cody Anderson, and he does call that tractor seldom seen.
I think so, yeah.
Yes, 314.50. Third was Perrin Bean, all about that Alice. Beautiful tractor, 313.24. Fourth was Ted Ingram with the Acme Rocket, 313.04. Fifth was Adam Ritchie with Pat's Blue Ribbon at 312.03. Let's see, I got lost here. Sixth was Michael Thomas was still in time at 309.87. And I just put up a video from an old 2003 Winchester Super Pro class, Super Stock Pro Stock class. And Michael was driving the Virginia Crow. They were Super Stock from back in the day. So I've been pulling quite a while, him and Daddy. Michael Thomas still in time at 309.876. Seventh was Steve Flint. I don't know what tractor. 309.05 is no name. Eighth was Bradley Seal with Mother-in-Law's Nightmare at 307.80. Ninth was Cody Watkins with Total Chaos at 299.30. And rounding out the class in 10th, Kevin Grubb at 299.14. And
the points champion this year was Pabst Blue Ribbon, driven by Adam Ritchie.
How about that? Blue takes the top spot. Excuse me. Okay. 6,200 National Sportsman Shootout. All mixed up. Tommy Henley took the win at 332.97. Second was Matthew Fant with the Big Show, 329.95. Third, Philip Simmons with Foolish Pleasure, 327.28. Fourth was Jerry Smith with the Old Goat at 326.63. Fifth, Mike Shiflett with Clear Cut at 326.53. Sixth was the Silver Bullet, Leroy Cubbage, 325.57. Seventh was Bob Simmons with Another Foolish Habit at 318.57. Eighth was Tammy Hauser with the Dirty Hooker, 313.74. Ninth was Jason Williamson with the Rump Shaker, 310.02, a Carolina truck. And 10th was Tom Hull with Steel and Thunder at 308.20. Wasn't Hot Rod this time.
Mm-hmm.
There was a mega 4x4 class with one truck in it. Didn't have too good of a run and ended up breaking something on that run. I don't know where I think there's a handful of them at least, but I don't know where they were at. So if they're all broke or had other plans or whatever.
Mark Simon, go ahead and ask your question.
Oh boy. Spit it out, Mark. Economy modified shootout. We'll continue on here. Kevin English with the Gambler at 343.01. Second was Earl McRae at 326.19. Third was Mike Hudgens with the full throttle of 322.63. You know, I'm just busting on you, Mark. Fourth was John Nickel with the loose change at 322.56 as he waved his friends going down the track. That was quite comical. Fifth was Rick Alley with the unfinished business at 314.89. And I may have misspoke on Friday night results. That might have been Michael Alley driving. I'm stuck on Saturday night because of the video. Sixth was Chad Sill with Big Mama at 305.67. Seventh, Rocky Meadows with the Buck Eater, 303.56. And eighth was Daryl Battle with the Tickin' Chicken 2 at 257.96. Daryl Battle also has a two-wheel drive, a Kenny Smith's old truck. It's called Tickin' Chicken. And he's got Tickin' Chicken 2. Super modified two-wheel drive trucks. This was a points class. Taking the win was Darren Wilson with Dirty Money at 321.85. Second was Crystal Wilson with her Dirty Money at 314.85. Third was Alan Brown at 311.93. Fourth, David Carlton with Breathe Easy 2, 309.46. Fifth was Steve Wilson with Running Bear at 306.44. Sixth was Robbie Campbell. I can't remember. He named his truck, and I can't remember what it is. 299.60. And seventh was David Carlton with the side piece at 208.64. While we're talking about that side piece truck, they did a gender reveal and right after the opening ceremonies, national anthem, etc., at the pool Saturday night, and he and Brianna are going to have a baby boy, or as the announcer said, Jelly Jr. He's going to have a Jelly Jr. So David Carlton's nickname's Jelly. So when you go to a pool, you don't call him, "Hey David, how are you?" "Hey Jelly, how are you?" You call him Jelly. That's what he answers to. So.
And the points champion was Darren Wilson driving Dirty Money.
Good job, Darren. Qualified for the Italy and won the championship for Dragon Motorsports. 6,200 national 4x4 shootout. Taking the win, and boy, this was quite a class. Taking the win, Peyton Davis with the Punisher, 343.71. Second, Kevin Schools with the Farmer's Daughter, 343.64. That's some tight distances. Third was John T. Davis with Young Gun, 341.04. Fourth was Billy Kramer with the Contender, 338.71. Fifth was Mason Brizendine with the Cut Loose, and that's Temple's son, 336.34. Sixth was Kevin Schools with the Just Rutten Chevy, 335.04. Seventh, Wesley Keys with Black Ice at 331.71. And finishing eighth, unfortunately, Jake Kramer with the Supernatural at 62.30. And that's a very rare occasion you see any of those Kramer trucks done before 100 foot. It sounded like a fuel delivery issue or something. So in the video, so doggone it. Better luck next time to them.
To answer your question, Mark, I think there was only 4 modifieds that were at Berryville.
Yeah, Randy Davis, Lynn Brookhart,
Mackenzie's,
and Mike.
I think in general, and I'm not going to speak on anybody on behalf of the modified class because, you know, I know them and friends with them. And, you know, obviously we pull together all season long. The modified class has seen its ups and downs all year long with parts, and just people don't chase points anymore. They go where they want. So I really don't think there's an appropriate way to answer that question because I don't know. You know, obviously modifieds went to Berryville because it was a points hook for them. So anybody who was chasing points went there. Yeah, that's what we'll say.
And unfortunately for Mike Rankin, it was a costly night for him as he lost an engine. So
yeah,
and he's done for the season. So it's unfortunate, but yeah, it's just there's not enough to go around. Points hook guys are going to run for points. If they're running points, that's where they're going to go. It's not a knife in anybody's back. I know there's a lot of hoopla talking crap, and to be honest with you, in planning this, I got the shits of it. Okay, I'm just tired of. No offense to you, Mark. I just got the shits of it. So it is what it is. There's nothing etched in stone. You can't go have a points hook somewhere. I'm tired of hearing about it. So anyway, 10,000 Super Pro Farm, and I will tell you something, Frederick. I appreciate the interstate guys coming over. They put on a great show. The light limiteds, the 2-wheel drives, they came in for clearance, and it was good to see Ian Ericker. If he doesn't show up at Frederick, you need to stop him because he's got a tractor that is just flat unbeatable at Frederick right now. So how many years? And even Foster, I think it started with Paul Foster's crew.
Yeah.
And then of course Ian bought the tractor, and it's the Frederick tractor, period. So it's all good. So a 10,000 Super Pro Farm, taking the win, Dustin Reynolds with pulling teeth at 340.19. Second was Billy Rice with lights out at 336.34. Third, Chad Nezelrot with recap this at 328.67. Fourth was Nathan Gockenauer at 325.74. Fifth was Chrissy Martin, the Boss Hog Binder, at 321.89. Sixth was Nick Morrison with Toxic at 321.71. And boy, he put him some new shoes on the back of that tractor to run Dragon Motorsports. Damn. Seventh was E.L. Harlow with the Harlow Harvester at 321.26. Eighth, Thurman Mufford, the Mechanical Bull, at 314.08. And ninth was Robert Riley with Burning Green at 256.44.
And the points champion was Pulling Teeth, driven by Dustin Reynolds.
And that is the Keystone tractor as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I didn't make that announcement yet, did I? Or did I? I didn't say it.
Yeah, you did. You said that last week.
Last week, okay. I'm fortunate to have an hour or so to do this right now. So.
Yeah.
And it seems to get later and later and later as we go on. So 6,300 Modified Street 4x4 shootout. Taking a win, Chrissy Fant with Showtime. How about that? 318.08. Second, Jason Griffith with Saucy at 317.22. Third was James Griffith with Sassy, 315.30. Fourth, Terry Roby with the Code Blue at 310.63. Fifth was Jamie Wright looking for dirt, 305.41. And sixth was Bobby Harlow, the Linville Shaker, at 284.55. Yeah, Mark, we'll be announcing that pool here soon towards the end of the show. 6,200 small block 4x4 shootout. First was Dylan Wood with the Certified Steppa, 326.15. I have to admit, I like that name. Second was Casey Avery with Stressed Out at 324.74. Third, Pee Wee Taylor with the Side Steppa, 323.41. Fourth, Ricky Thompson, my money, her bitchin', at 297.78. Fifth was
That's hilarious.
It is. Some people just do it, and I commend those that just say, that's what I'm going to call it. Fifth, Shelton Stallings with the Hammer Down at 261.07. And we also had a class of semi-trucks again. I'm assuming. Yep. Okay. Taking the win was Ray Atkins at 414.51. I have not looked at the semi-truck class yet, but I think I better be getting that edited and put out there. Yeah, hang tight, Joey. Second was Will Puckett with Determination at 346.16. Third was Jamie Eason with his Peterbilt at 322.05. Fourth, Cody Owens with his Peterbilt, 321.74. Fifth was Bradley Owens with a Kenworth at 319.13. Sixth, David Adams with a Kenworth at 294.31. Seventh was Kenny Spoon with a Peterbilt at 274.4. Oh, okay. Yes. Kenny Spoon, 274.48. Then we had two dump trucks hook. Matthew Williams at 384.92 and Ronnie Williams at 365.34. And the final shootout class, the final class of the night, the 6,400 Pro Stock 4x4 shootout. And taking the win was the cash-only Chevy of Brad Broy, 311.11. Second was Dwayne Griffith with Running Rampant, 307.41. Third, Jerry Young with the Haymaker at 305.52. Fourth, Eric Rittenauer with the Crazed Obsession, 305 even. I've always loved that truck. I've always loved to look at that truck. It is one cool hot rod. Fifth, William Bennett with the Buckshot Reloaded at 297.85. And that wrapped up one well of a weekend at Miller's Tavern, Virginia. I'm going to bring our guest on, and he can work with you on what I presume was a Snyder County night as well at Bloomsburg, if I'm correct.
Yes.
I will shut up and let y'all talk. How do?
Howdy.
How
Looks
are
like
you?
he's still sitting on the track.
Oh yeah.
I was rolling and scraping, and I was like, I could probably try to get on real quick.
Well, if you want to hold, we can let you speak real quick, or and then
Yeah,
we
I
can
say
hear
let
about
him go
Bloomsburg
ahead
and
so he can
yeah,
get back to work.
absolutely.
I'll be here till midnight. I got stuff to do.
Well, we don't want to hold you up. But,
I'm off tomorrow, so it's all good.
Okay. What? Doggone it! It looks like the forecast got worse than it got better. So.
I don't know. It is what it is. It's Mother Nature.
Yep. Yep.
And
We're not going to ask you to look at your crystal ball and see what it says, but I will say it went from 80 to 50% on Friday, so that's tremendous.
I mean, if it just rains Saturday morning, my phone keeps going from anywhere from a quarter of an inch to 3/4 of an inch back and forth. So I don't know what's going to happen.
You don't know. You don't know until it happens. If it happens.
I mean, if we'll aim for Friday and then see what Saturday does. I mean, we got a tarp for a reason, so
That's a good point. Yeah. Hopefully,
full Friday, tarp it right away and see what happens.
Yeah.
If it's a little, it's not like we pulled here before where the pits and the spectator parking was a little wet. So.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be pickup trucking it. So. I'm not going to get down in that grass with that RV. It ain't fun getting that thing hung up. So.
I'll get you a buggy.
So tell us a little bit about give us the class order breakdown and all that kind of fun stuff. Well, you probably don't have class order, but
oh boy,
well, on the different nights.
Friday night, I'll start at 6:30, normal time. Gonna have the Enhanced Farm, Pro Street Gas, Run What You Brung trucks, which those are all 3 points classes. Run What You Brung will have another one Saturday night. So Friday night, Enhanced and Pro Street Gas will crown our champions. We'll also be having the open modified class, the 2-wheel drives, and the wild street trucks. And then Saturday night, we're starting at 5:30. Gonna have the 3-0, Limited Pro, 2.6 Pro Street, Run What You Brung, Hot Stock, Light Pro Super Farm, and Pro Stock Super Stock. So both nights of 6 classes. Should be a lot of pulling action, like the past couple of years, getting from guys from all over. And then fireworks both nights to make it a little special. That's about it.
Worry about setting the field on fire, right?
Nope.
And I'm assuming camping is still an option. All that fun stuff is still available as in past years.
Yeah, camping is free. I mean, as long as you don't need to plug in for electricity, which we mostly have pretty much all the spots taken. I keep getting messages every day about stuff. I got guys asking for hotels, and it sounds like hotels are pretty well booked, but I'm assuming it's not because of us, sadly. I'm sure a lot of the hotels are booked because of polling and the colleges. So, but it should be a good weekend as long as the weather cooperates.
We hope.
And how much is it to get in again? Like your admission price?
$10 per person, both nights, and then 12 and under is free.
JR looks very confused.
I'm looking for the banner for it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I was going to say,
how about putting the damn poster up for it?
all I'm going off of is my memory right now.
Well, you got a good memory.
I was going to say, I heard you say about results from Bloomsburg. I mean, I could probably tell you some, but I don't think I remember them all.
Well, I was just looking at the 2.6 class, and I think there was 22 trucks on hand.
Yeah, I'll do the Light Pro Super Farm. I can remember that one a little better.
Let's test your knowledge. Let's see, because I got it here.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Putting them on the spot, people.
I know the top 3, which is Kevin and then Jeff. Well, Kevin out with Rolling Thunder, Jeff Michelacci with Demented, and they were only like 2 foot apart. And then you go to Mark Smith. And then it should be, I want to say Matt.
Nope.
Smith.
Nope.
Is it Eli?
Nope. John Deere.
Oh, Mike Wheatland. How did I forget him? Mike Wheatland, And then it should be Eli Zimmerman.
Yep.
And then Mark Smith. Matt Smith. And then who else was there?
Jeremy Belknap.
Oh, Jeremy Belknap. Then it should be is it Sedal?
Yep.
No, yeah, Sedal. And then after Sedal, I think it's Kevin's other one.
Yep.
And then Matt Sedal on the Green Blooded. No, Ray Belak.
Yep.
Then no, I already said Matt Sedal. Never mind. That's as far as I got as to Ray.
It's kind of close to Sedal. If you change the S to a Z.
S to
Colton's
Z.
on
Yeah. Colton. And then you got Shane down there, and then you got Meredith Tractor down there. Jeff on
And then Michael Alston was 13th driving the American, and rounding out the class was Aaron Everhart. Yep.
Not too bad.
Yeah, pretty good. Kind of impressed. Not gonna lie.
I try.
We'll just do top 10 of the Pro Street because it's already 8:51. Wow. Do you remember who won?
What? Oh, this is gonna piss me off because I know exactly who won.
Do you though?
I do, and I can't think of his name right now.
American Ride, driven by.
Yeah, and it's Andrew Kicak.
Yep. He went 312.63. Second place was Working On, driven by Matt Deal at 308.80 or 308.38. Third place was Rowdy Ram, driven by Chris Bear at 306.2. Then we're at fourth place was Scott Kinnaman with Devil's Hooker at 304.57. Fifth place was Ron King, driving the Problem Child at 304.79. Sixth place was Brandon Fink with Home Wrecker at 304.66. Seventh was Ed McConnell driving Cause and Effect going 304 even. Eighth place was Justin Horst with Last Chance driving 302.77. Ninth was David Orwin driving his 99 F250 at 301.57. And rounding out the class was Carson Stauffer at 298.68. Did he hit everything on the poster? Did you double check?
Who, me?
Yeah. JR just had the poster up. I was seeing if we missed
I wasn't
anything.
paying attention. I was just listening. I was thinking of other things.
Yeah, I think you got everything there.
500 Old Colony Road to Selinsburg, Pennsylvania. Yeah, pretty much.
We get who we get, and whoever shows up comes.
Absolutely.
I heard the comment about when you guys were saying about Barrysville, and people were asking who was there, and then about Fredericksburg, and it's like I said to the guys the past couple months. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, the owner is the one who puts the money and the time into it, and they get to choose where they want to go. Whoever shows up, shows up.
Correct.
Yep.
That's the way the ball bounces.
You can't force people to go anywhere. At the end of the day, they're the ones picking.
That's right.
Unless you're paying their bills, then it's a whole different story.
That's correct. Is there going to be any farm stock, super stock John Deeres? I am sure. There'll be some John Deere tractors at Selinsburg. Plenty. Super stock, I don't know. I know I'm sure there'll be a couple pro stocks there, and the rest of the tractor classes have some green ones too. So, there's a question from Tom Davis was asking. So, next.
I'll do Bloomsburg two-wheel drive results. Looks like there was 5 trucks on hand. Irv Clark took the win with Taz Toy. I believe it was also his birthday, so pretty good way to spend your birthday. 349.34 for the win. Second place was J.D. Boucher with Rolling Thunder at 338.79. Third place, Rob Wittenbrader with the Bear Express at 308.25. Fourth place went to Trent Best, driving Best Bet at 206.11. And unfortunately, Wildside, I guess, got a little wild and disqualified for a 5th place finish. We'll also do Wild Street. Looks like there was 16 on hand. We'll just do the top 10 for sake of time. Jesse Young took the win at 302.33. Second place was Dylan Rupp driving the Rupp's Diesel and Auto Ford at 299.65. Third place, Lindell Steiner going 299.34. Fourth place was Benjamin Gelsinger with 297.61. Fifth place was Clyde Weaver driving the truck he calls Platinum at 296.95. Sixth place was John Allen with the Mobile Man at 290.87. Seventh was Ross Harder with the Just Smoke at 290.11. Eighth place, Nathan Murdoch with the Maroon Ford F-250 at 284.26. Ninth place, Sean Mahoney driving Overtime at 278.54. And rounding out your top 10 was Jason Shorter going 274.18. And that's a wrap on Bloomsburg. Joey, is there anything specific you want to tell pullers? Like, is there any specific time they need to be there? Like, what time are you planning to do a driver's meeting Friday night? All that kind of fun stuff.
I mean, I know Fridays are a little tough for guys with work and everything. I mean, obviously we're starting at 6:30. Probably driver's meeting at 6. And the goal is to start on time, especially depending on what the weather does. The plan is to push pullers and keep the show really moving, and so we can get done in time. And if it does call for something, be done, have everybody pulled and have the track covered. So that's the plan for Friday. I mean, Saturday is looking at, hey, 5:30 start time, probably driver's meeting around 4:30, 5 o'clock, and get guys rolling again. So, I mean, we try our best here to keep things really fast-paced moving and keep pullers to pay attention and be ready to go when they're up.
Yeah, the numbers you draw. Yeah, you get a lot of pullers there. For sure. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Anything else?
All work out.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I don't know. You got anything for me? I can't think of anything.
No, I think pretty much covered all the bases. We got to start sharing that flyer around. But, we just hope we'll do we don't have to do a sunshine dance. We just need to do a cloudy and no rain.
I just wish, I mean, I obviously, I mean, it's Mother Nature and everybody understands that, but it's like, dang, it couldn't happen during the middle of the week or during the week or something, because it would help. It would help for spectators and pullers who were coming from a distance. I mean, I got guys up in New York, Connecticut, North Carolina that are all wanting to come and coming, and it's just like, hey, we'll see what the weather does.
That is the bad part of it, yeah. Like today and tomorrow is beautiful weather here. I mean, freaking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's just, if I checked it about a week ago. A week ago, it said a high of 80, a low of 60, sunny both days. And now this.
And I'm gonna tell you what, Saturday night's gonna get down in the 40s. I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Chilly.
High of 60, low 40. But see, it won't be bad if there's no wind. Like last year, we had that wind.
Trust me, I know all about it. I was froze, man. Friday night, I don't know how I got through the night. I was up there.
Should have got you like a little hunting blind to put over top of you.
I went up there fully armed Saturday night up there. I actually had to peel a couple layers off. I couldn't move, but I didn't freeze. That's for sure. Had a ball there last year. Had a good time. Yep.
I mean, I don't know. It's like every pool. You wait, you see what happens, and you go from it.
That's all you can do. Absolutely.
And I'm assuming any announcements will be made via social media and Facebook and all the places.
Yep, Facebook and lots of people being messaged, or if something would to change or whatnot. So I like to not think that's going to happen, but
right. Just keep your eyes to social media, Facebook. Hopefully, we don't have to make any announcements.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping. It's a lot of work to do all this, and it's like you get rain down. It's like, damn, now I got to clean all this up for nothing.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Well, we just cross our fingers and hope for the best. I'll be there. So,
Yep.
Yeah,
yep, we'll definitely be there.
You got 2 days. Anything could change.
That's right.
That's what I
Yep.
said. Weather forecast changed 3 times today. It'll change 16 more times before it's time to leave on Friday.
Right now,
Well,
it's on
see-
a proper trend. It's trending downwards, which means less chance of rain. That's what we want. So.
Well, my smart ass has not watched the weather once this year until this pool, and it's like now I'm watching it, constantly checking it, worrying about it.
I told Dwayne the last pool they had up there. Of course, we got a rain delay. You were there. And,
Yep.
we got started again. And there was rain coming. I mean, it was coming in hard from the west.
Yep.
I told him, I said, stop looking at your phone, get the show done.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. And that's what they
If
did.
you-
And they got the whole show done. So
Yep. Hey, when you know it's coming and you know you can get the show, you got to haul ass and get it done. Don't
tell
sit
you
there
something. I got 5
You
miles
knew.
down the road. I had to pull over. It was raining that hard I could not see the drive on 7.
I think once I loaded up and I left, I think we might have left close to the same time or a little after, but it was probably about 5 minutes down the road and it poured till I got probably halfway home.
It rained all the way to almost Lancaster. But the first part of before I got into Mannheim, me and White could not see. He was like, just you're doing good with the white line so far, you know. I couldn't see. I couldn't see the lines, but he was looking out to see where the white line was. I ended up pulling over in a little gas station before you get into Mannheim. It was bad. It was
Well, I was going to say, I think that was around midnight when we left.
Yeah.
Because I got home, it was like 2:00 when I got home.
I was a little later than that because of the rain. Once we got going, though.
I was going to say, once I got to your favorite ranch house restaurant,
Yeah,
then
man.
it stopped.
The ranch house. I haven't been there. I haven't been there all season, have I? We might have
I don't
stopped there
know.
once this year, me and Mike. I don't think we did this year. Nope. Well, that's cool. So there you go. This coming Friday and Saturday night, man. October 6th and 7th, Snyder County. The Silmers Grove, Pennsylvania, 500 Old Colony Road. The championship weekend for Snyder County tractor pullers. Put it on your bucket list. It is a must-attend event. It is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of good classes, and these guys get her done. So you definitely want to put that on your must-do list. So put it on your bucket list to get your butts up there, sit in the seats, and have a good time. Plenty of food. You won't run out of food, and you won't run out of pulling. I can promise you that. So check it out.
And I'm pretty sure all the pullers that are coming like tomorrow night and Friday who are planning on staying the whole weekend are prepared to just have a party if worst case scenario.
I am sure of that.
No.
I wouldn't know. I'm just the worker, so I wouldn't know what anyone's thinking.
If I'm telling you, if the rain chances look better, I'll probably bring the big thing. But we'll see.
We'll park you on the stone.
Park me on the stuff. I mean, I can get away without electric. I got a generator, so and it's going to be cool enough. I don't need AC. So
Or you can be like Dwayne and sleep in the bed of your truck.
no, I got a nice back seat in my truck. I ain't sleeping in the bed of my truck.
Dude,
I could actually bring a van. I could put a blow up queen size mattress in a van. But that's nice to have a shower, you know.
Well, that's how I feel. I want to be able to shower each day. I couldn't do what some of these guys do. And it's like, I think it was the first year that we had the 2-day event and Dwayne came and he stayed in his truck. And I
remember that.
I was going around doing my routine in the morning, getting stuff ready to go and done. And it was probably like 8 in the morning. I was riding my buggy around and I went behind his truck and I was like 50 yards away. And all of a sudden the canopy, his bed cover flipped up and he just stuck his head up and looked around like a little owl. I just died. I was like, oh my God.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I think he gets a motel now or something. Or now they had a trailer last year. They had a camper there.
Yeah, they had a camper last year.
That's right. But anyway, yes, J.R. Rolfe, October 14th, Victoria, Virginia, at the Victoria Fire and Rescue Truck and Tractor Pull. Victoria, Virginia, October 14th. I don't know anything else about it. So.
Yep. And I want to give a plug right now for one of the last interstate. I'm just going to keep talking. One of the last interstate pools of the year this Saturday night, 6 p.m. in Harrisonburg, Virginia, the Virginia Power Pool / Bull Pool. Going to be the final points event for the 8,500 mod turbo, the 10,000 pound pro farm, 7,700 pound light limited, 11,000 pound hot farm, 6,200 modified trucks, pro stock semis, 8,000 pound street legal trucks, a 12 and a 15,000 pound farm stock, unlimited 4x4 tractors, and the 6,200 national 4x4 trucks as well. Again, that's going to be at the Rockingham County Fairgrounds down in Harrisonburg, Virginia. Beautiful drive down 81. I have no idea what the weather looks like, but again, just stay tuned to social media, Interstate Facebook page. There's a Virginia Power Pool Facebook page, and the Interstate website will all be updated with any sort of rain information. Tickets are $10 a piece. Everybody under 12 and under is free. And do you want to hit East Coast?
Yes, ma'am. We're going to take care of that. October 14th, 7 p.m., Delaware International Speedway in Delmar, Delaware. Super stock, pro stock tractors, the 10.5 hot farm tractors, modified four-wheel drive trucks, East Coast diesel four-wheel drive trucks, modified tractors, and the limited pro stock semis. All be on hand, 7 p.m. at Delmar, Delaware. And that will be the season finale for East Coast Pro Pulling. And Delmarva is slated to have another pool. Got to get a hold of Owen Simpkins and the crew and find out what's going on with that. I got it written down somewhere. Never mind. I misplaced it. They're supposed to have one last month at Goldsboro. I don't think that happened. And there was one slated TBA to be announced at Tuckahoe in October. So as soon as I hear something, I will bring it here. I actually got to have a show for them. I know the day after Delmar, there is a tractor pull at Glad Hills. I don't know. I can never remember its name. Glad Hills over near Frederick. So Jefferson, Maryland, I think it is. That's going to be a Sunday pull. October 15th. I don't know any other information. Which I got to get it, trying to get a show put together when the Delmarva Live and Marty Gladhill will be on to discuss that.
Nice.
As soon as I can get everybody on board, or I'm just going to do the darn show myself without them. And we got to get him on, so he wants to come on and promote the pool. So that's all I have tonight, folks. Okay.
Any final words from Snyder County Tractor Pullers Association down there in the bottom?
I'm just ready to rock and roll.
Shining. The sun be shining.
Yep.
Yep. Absolutely. Okay.
You go with the flow and make it happen.
That's what you got to do. You can't just stand around and worry about it.
I've just decided I'm going to be prepared for anything and everything, and Norm's going to have to get over how much junk I bring along. So
yeah, well, you need your own show.
Good thing I live 5 minutes away. So
yeah,
we don't have to cross any mountains, so he shouldn't get too whiny about the trailer weighing too much. So
is the one road still closed? There's still a detour in place.
Yeah, but that wouldn't affect. No, wait. Yeah. The one behind the mall. I can't think of what road it is.
So 104 is open again.
No, not yet. It's almost done,
Okay.
but that won't affect us. There's one behind our mall that guys can take off 11 and 15 when they're coming south. That one's still closed because of the new bypass, and they're putting in all these roundabouts and all that crap.
Oh yeah, know all about them. If you're coming from the south, like me, you'll deal with that 104 thing. So, I know the secret way. That's not a secret way. The way around it, it's not that big of a deal. So, roads ain't that.
I was gonna say, you for us, you wouldn't need 104 though. You go up straight up 1115 and go off at Sealands Grove.
Yeah, what am I thinking? Never mind.
I was like, well, yeah. I was confused.
I'm headed to Laurelton. I apologize. Never mind.
I was gonna say there shouldn't be any detour except for the guys coming from up north that want to cut behind the mall.
Here's an interesting question you might be able to answer.
You mean the pulling track or the racetrack?
Bypass going. That's going to be done in I think it's in like another year or two. They got tons of work to do.
No, how close is it?
Oh, I don't know. No idea. Oh, like how close? Oh,
How close distance wise
Like
to
miles.
your track?
I'm thinking like done. I don't know, half a mile to a mile.
Oh wow. Okay.
Probably, yeah. I'd say a mile, at least a mile.
So to probably have an exit to like 522 or whatever, a little further up.
And so instead of getting off the Sealands Grove exit, you go past the Sealands Grove exit, and the original exit now that gets you off right where the Sheets is. That bypass will be built, and then there should be another exit up the road by our one big farm that we know, which is Heimbach's Farm, where they're putting the roundabouts in. There should be an exit, hopefully there, that you could get off, and literally like a mile and a half from there, you're to the track.
That's awesome. Of course, I'll miss my favorite 7-Eleven stop if I don't get off of 35.
We were just talking about how long they've been working on that road there.
Yeah.
I was like, as long as I can remember coming up there, there's been construction there past Sealands Grove on 11 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'll be curious to see what they do. If there is an exit there, it would be nice, be beneficial for a lot of pullers. I mean, it's not like we're hard to get to. We're pretty easy compared to a lot of these tracks you go to.
You are, absolutely. Yeah. That 7-Eleven, I stopped there. We had a late night at your pool earlier this year. I had to have some coffee to stay awake.
Yeah, I think that was the morning that I stayed here till like 5:30 cleaning up.
Yeah, that stuff lit me up. Holy moly, my hair was standing up by the time I got through that cup of coffee. Ooh. She was a little rough. But it did its job. Kept me awake. Okay, well, we'll wish for the best and show up and hope for a good time. So we'll have a good time if Mama Nature will let us have it. So for sure. Got our fingers crossed.
That's all I got.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
It's later. I'm ready for bed now.
Yeah, it's 9:12.
was
I got an
bedtime.
early day tomorrow.
This is early.
My day starts early.
My day ends at like 2 a.m. and then starts at 6 a.m.
Yep. I never know when the telephone's going to ring from who. So. Yep, I know all about it. Okay. Like, subscribe, share, please, by all means. It means a lot. Helps us with that crazy YouTube algorithm. One of these days I'll figure it out. But I don't think anybody really can. It's just pot luck.
Yep.
So, but we appreciate the busy chat tonight. Had some couple new faces in there, a couple of regulars, and Clint Yance is always giving his 2 cents. What will we do without Clint? But all said and done, plenty of pulling action this weekend. I thought there was another one somewhere in Pennsylvania. I'm not sure.
Big Butler Fair.
Yeah, full pull production.
Okay. What all is pulling out there?
Mostly truck classes. They have Rung What You Brung, 3026, a street class, I think a hot farm class. And I think that's pretty much about it.
Mm-hmm.
They're a 2-day pull. I think they're doing a dyno and a truck and car show and shine.
Yeah, I think Jesse Warren's like their big sponsor. He's going to have all kinds of stuff out there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, me and Richard already talked, and it's like, dang, too bad we were on the same day.
Now there's a few hours in between them, so a couple hours. I guess it's who wants to go where. I don't.
Not enough weekends in the year to have pools not on top of each other.
Yep.
Right. Well, I hope it works out for both. So.
But hey, the more pools, the better the sport is, I guess, right?
As said earlier, the pullers will go where they want to go. So.
Yep.
That's the bottom line. But you're established, and you draw plenty of pullers. I can promise you that. I'm telling you, folks, this weekend show up here at Sillins Grove is one to go see. It is not short of awesome, believe me. I've been going 3 or 4 years, well, since 2020.
Yeah, since we started the 2-day, I think was in 2020.
Yeah. So I mean, the very first year I could only go one night, but after that, man, it's been park the RV and have a good weekend. A lot of fun, a lot of good pulling. We've had good weather, fortunately, so we're gonna have good weather again, right?
Hopefully.
I hope so.
Can't be any worse than the first pool of the year.
That stretched my mind. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, that was a muddy mess. I remember that. Or is that? Yeah, because you didn't have any rainouts, right?
No, we've had one rain. We've had one rain out. We've had a couple pools where it raining before the pool or during the pool, but we still pulled and it was just muddy. But like that day, it wasn't calling for any rain, and all of a sudden a rainstorm came out of nowhere, and
That's
it just
right. Yeah.
poured for like 45 minutes.
At least I remember sitting in the truck looking at Mike like, "Nothing's supposed to rain today."
Because then we uncovered the track and there was water all over the top of it, and I was like, screw it, we're gonna scrape it off. I'm gonna chisel it real quick and we're gonna work it. It wasn't too late that we started.
Nope. Nah, it was a good pool. So it was just one of them freak things that happens.
Yep.
But covering that track makes the difference. Believe me. Okay, we're 9:16, hour and 12 minutes. We're gonna pull the plug here tonight, and hopefully we got some fantastic results for you next Wednesday night at 8 p.m. It's looking like we're going to have to go back to the 8 p.m. time slot on my end. So 7 o'clock's a little tough when you got to take care of the neighbors, so to speak. So mom and dad. So probably looking at 8 o'clock again next week. We'll see. Other than that, thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share. We're going to bury that till we get tired of hearing it.
Yeah.
And, give us a thumbs up. Klub Kendra depends on it. Klub Kendra. And the pickle's ready to go this weekend, I'm sure.
Supposedly.
How about Norm?
Supposedly.
All right.
What?
All right.
The truck's loaded. He should be good.
He's
just
always ready.
Yeah. Oh no, not always. Every now and again, he's still scrambling. But
JR Ruff, I'm sorry, just threw in here. There's an antique pool October 8th in Luray, Virginia. Start times? If you find the start times, JR, just put them in the chat after the fact. So we're gonna go ahead and get off here, and we look forward to seeing everybody next Wednesday night with some good news from Sillins Grove, and I guess that's it for now. We'll see you next Wednesday, 8 o'clock.